Christians walk in pride, and they do it with their Sunday best on.
Yeah.
But then they wonder why God doesn't answer their prayers. You see? Now, no one likes to admit to pride because we're too spiritual to admit that we walk in pride. But the truth of the matter is, each human has to wrestle with pride. And if we don't master it and keep it under control, it will master us. And it will bring us to destruction. You can start out with a humble heart towards God, and you let one person give you a compliment. And all of a sudden, you now are no longer just a humble person, but you now think so much of yourself, and you start thinking you're better than other people. You know? And when we walk in pride, it just shuts down opportunities for us. It destroys relationships. And it even cancels out our destiny unless we repent. And when you look through the Bible, starting with Adam and Eve, they had everything. I mean, they had a garden full of everything. But the devil tricked them into thinking that there was something more, that God was holding back something from them. And so in pride, they disobeyed God. And the end result was everything God had given them, they lost. Because they were kicked out of the garden, never to return. And that's what happens to us. We start out with a humble heart towards God. God starts favoring us. Doors start opening for us. And then all of a sudden, we start thinking it was us. And that same favor that took us up, pride brings us right on down. It is a spiritual defect that discounts God and people. So pride is something that infects us, that causes us to look at God as not as great as he's supposed to be. But it also causes us to devalue people around us. And when that happens, it defiles us. Our hands are dirty. Our motives are dirty whenever pride is involved. But the end result of pride is it destroys the person who's proud. See, because pride, the very thing that pride tries to sell us is that we're great. But the Bible tells us that we ought not think more highly of ourselves than we ought to. You see? So pride builds a person up till they get so puffed up, and then the devil comes and just pops it and leaves you flat on your face in the dirt. You see? And so pride is that spiritual defect where we say to God, I got this. You know? And in fact, that's why many of us don't have the prayer lives we're supposed to have, because we think we can handle life on our own.
That's good.
That's an act of pride.